Hey!
Oh!
Here's a buzzworthy one. That works on two levels, folks. What we have here is a beer from Roads Brewing. This is their Espressway cold brew coffee stout. It says here it's actually a coffee steeped in oatmeal stout. Now, I did have a cold brew coffee beer not too long ago. It was Saranac's cold brew coffee lager, which actually turned out to be really good. I don't know, this cold brew coffee thing is a big craze, and I don't want to say fad, but it's really popular right now. We'll see if it actually holds out. And I'll be honest, the commercials for Dunkin' Donuts actually make me want to try it, and I'm not a big coffee drinker. I like coffee flavor, coffee ice cream, coffee candies, coffee beer, but I don't like coffee.
Coffee brandy?
Coffee brandy and I have a complicated relationship. I hate it. I usually have a lot of friggin' fun while I'm drinking it.
Well, we did have fun that day.
You had more fun than I did.
No, you had fun. You just don't remember.
I remember making an ass of myself, which was fun.
So
at
you
the
did
time.
have fun.
It was fun at the time. Waking up in the morning and realizing what the fucking happened was not fun. So anyway, without further ado, I think we've talked enough about that. Let's get this.
Go to the video.
I will post the link.
The thing is that video. It was only a half-hour video, but you should have seen the rest of him the rest of the time that night.
No. Let us be glad that I did not have a GoPro strapped on my head that evening. I would never live that one down.
Nope.
I'm still trying to live down the Allen's coffee brandy incident. That is
was good though.
Dark beer.
Yes, it is.
That's darker than some other stouts I've seen. It's got a little hint of brownish amber around the edges, but not very much.
See, now, I gotta ask you one thing. What is Guinness considered as? Is that a stout?
It's a stout.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I believe
I know
it's
they say Guinness
extra
drought,
stout.
but that's actually draft, right?
Yeah. It's not even spelled like drought.
No.
It's spelled draft. D-R-A-U-G-H-T.
A-U-G-H-T.
Drought is
But people call it, that's the way they say it, but...
Yeah, D-R-O-U-G-H-T, yeah.
Yeah.
See, even I fucked it up. Anyway. Ooh, coffee.
Yep. There's a little hint of coffee.
I don't know, I'm getting a lot of coffee.
It's quite dark, that's for sure. I'm getting the alcohol. You're also getting the malt backbone.
I'm getting a lot of coffee, but there is some really toasty stout notes there.
Yes, there are.
You mentioned the alcohol. I am picking up a little hint of that.
Yeah.
Alcohol. Yeah, it's only 6.5%, so it's kind of like that. The Shipyard one we just had, the milk chocolate stout.
Milk chocolate stout, yeah.
Where there was a really heavy alcohol aroma to it, but it wound up not being all that strong, and definitely not in the taste.
And the same with this, too. I'm getting that same smell almost, really.
Yeah. That
it is slightly different.
Sour aroma that you get from an Imperial.
Right.
But let's hope it doesn't carry through into the taste like the other one didn't. Thick and heavy.
Yes, you can chew it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I would say that's a nice heavy mouthfeel.
Not very heavy though.
No, it's not. It's not unpleasantly heavy, but it's got some substance to it and some body.
You can almost chew it, but it's not quite like that.
Which is funny because it actually, as it comes through the lips and over the tongue, it starts off a little watery and thin, but then it seems to gain body as you swallow it and get really heavy as it goes down. And I'm getting that after effect like you do from a nice coffee.
Yeah.
I'm getting that coffee bitterness, and I'm sure I've got coffee breath now.
Well, I know I do. I've been drinking coffee, so.
Well, that's got to be just enhancing the flavor.
It actually kind of does.
Hmm.
I'm going to try something, though.
I like the way the consistency and the mouthfeel actually seems to change as I'm swallowing it.
It does.
It's got a nice coffee flavor. It's got some body to it.
I'm going to chase it with some coffee.
Chase it with some mash. Well, there you go.
And see
Like
how
I
it tastes.
said, buzzed and buzzed. Enhancing, detracting. Are you getting more of the beer characteristic now, or
A little bit.
Hmm.
But it's also enhancing the flavor of the coffee.
the coffee? Because you're getting a contrast and an enhancement at the same
Right,
time, probably.
and really you're getting that same. Now I'm getting that not like a bitter black coffee, but it'd be like if you added sugar and some cream to the coffee.
That might be what you got in there coming through.
Right, and that's
Ooh.
actually enhancing that as well.
Hmm.
It's actually not bad.
It's
If
definitely
you-
interesting.
You chase the beer with the coffee, it's not bad.
No, I swear I've been drinking coffee all night.
Now the thing to do would be to actually add the coffee into the beer, but we don't want to ruin the beer.
Yeah, I'll say I don't know about that. I am getting primarily coffee. There are some distinct beer characteristics coming through afterwards. Of course, there's the malt. I'm not
Well,
really
you
getting
are-
any hoppiness.
We're not getting the hoppiness, but you are getting the alcohol taste a little bit
Yeah.
in the beer. Especially, this is a porter too, right? Or is it stout? Stout.
Oh, this is a stout. It's a light looking
You're
stout.
definitely getting the stout
Yeah, it's a
taste.
light looking stout, but with a heavy mouthfeel after the initial light
Yeah.
wateriness. And I'm saying that in terms of the consistency. The flavor is definitely not watery at all coming off the tongue. So I really don't know what to do with this one because it seems like the perfect blend of coffee and beer to me.
Yeah.
It's not really wowing me or blowing me away, but I am enjoying it. I just don't know if it's something that I would really drink
Well-
on a regular basis.
One that kind of actually, one beer that we've had, not constantly, but have had in the past, and that we both like. This one is kind of like a weaker version of that one, which is the Sea Dog's Midnight Stout.
I can see some comparisons because the Midnight Stout does have some pretty heavy coffee flavor
Right,
to
and
it.
it's not, and this is actually more of a weaker version of that to me.
Mm,
The way I can taste it, really, it's not quite as. With the Midnight Stout, you can get more of that coffee flavor, more of the porter, more of the stout flavor.
I can see where you're going with that. Yeah.
And this one's not quite as much. And actually, I believe it also has to depend on it. Also, the Midnight Stout from the Sea Dog, I think is a little higher alcohol.
It is.
And that's why it probably seems a little stronger. But
yeah.
the actual backbone flavor are similar.
For me, the Sea Dog's Midnight Stout is actually a really, I would say it's a heavier, thicker stout than
Right.
this. It's much darker, and the coffee flavor is actually more muted for me.
Yeah. But we've
This
also
has way more of a coffee flavor
Yeah.
than the Midnight Stout.
but we've also had that on tap too. And that does make a difference.
If you can get it on tap, always get it on tap.
Right. And being on tap, it makes it taste better. It does taste better.
Unless you're at the bottom of the keg, and you can always tell
Right.
when
When
the
it-
keg's about to kick because it's got that metallic taste to
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And all that settling, all those particulates that have settled.
Yep.
Yeah, so definitely a good beer, and you should check it out. I think I'm going to call this one at a 3.5 out of 5. Bear in mind on that scale, a 2.5 is actually an average beer, so
Yeah.
this is a highly above average beer, and you should definitely check it out for yourself.
And I think I'm going to give this about a 3.5 as well.
Cool. So I'm going to throw a quick user poll up here. Make sure to rate that beer 1 through 5. I can't do the half ratings
Right.
on YouTube. It only gives me 5 options. So 1 through 5 without the halves. You can also hit us up down in the comments and at the email link down below. Let us know what you think about the beer yourself. If you like this video, make sure to click on the like button. Also, share this with your fellow beer enthusiasts and subscribe. That way you'll get a notification every time a new video is posted. There's a little subscribe button down there. Go ahead and click on that. Been steadily gaining subscribers. Absolutely. It seems like once we hit 100 subscribers, they started coming in pretty regularly.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, I was used to getting a couple a month. Now
I think you got 105 or something like that.
No, 113 as of
113?
today.
Okay.
Like I said, they've been coming in pretty regularly.
That's good.
So it's awesome. Spread the word, get some more folks on board. Hopefully you're getting some value out of these videos, and other people will as well.
You gotta remember, best advertising, the best advertising is word of mouth.
No, they're not really advertising anything because we haven't made anything off these videos yet.
Well, still.
Exactly.
We don't make anything anyway, so.
No, exactly.
The only thing we do is drink. That's the good thing.
And it's fun. So, till next time, folks, cheers.
Keep drinking.
Now, a little while back, we did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by the Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American